Welcome to Nacho Fitness Coach,
the podcast where we focus on what actually matters
and let go of everything that doesn't.
We talk workouts, food, mindset, and health
without turning fitness into your full-time job,
because you have a life outside of the gym.
And your body deserves better than extremes.
I'm Kaylee.
I'm Sara.
Alan's already laughing.
And this is Nacho Fitness Coach. So Kaylee, what do you like to listen to when you work out?
I don't know. Sometimes a podcast and sometimes music.
Hey, wait, this is a podcast. What if you could have both?
At the same time?
Oh, yeah. Podbeat is a free mobile app that lets you add any beat style to any podcast for your workout. It's easy to do and free to download in the App Store. Kaylee, you sound pretty cool with the trap beat, but Sara, the funk beat works for your voice.
So if you want to make our podcast work for a workout, check it out in the App Store.
They even have Podbeat for Android users in the Google Play Store. Okay, on to the show. So Sara.
Kaylee.
Just a tip.
Right?
Just a little
what are you going to go with today?
A little tidbit about what's going on in my life.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
We got another cat.
Right.
We're up to 2 now.
Okay.
Inside.
How many outside?
Well, it varies.
It's the farm life.
It's the farm life.
Hashtag
there
farm life.
Summer we had 7. And then it went down to 3.
Yeah.
And then at Christmas we decided to bring one in.
Was this the one that was, or is that your fat chicken? Which is the one that sleeps outside your daughter's window?
That's the fat chicken.
Oh, that's the fat chicken. The meat bird.
We've had her in the Quonset because it's been so cold.
Okay.
She's just shitting everywhere in there.
Because she can't move.
It's so gross.
Aww.
She can't. She can move. Actually, I think since the other 2 died, I think she's kind of gotten a little more exercise.
Because they're not picking on her.
No. So, new cat. It was this, with the litter we got over the summer, it was this long hair tortoiseshell.
Oh, I love their personalities of a tortoiseshell cat. Are
and
the
she has
best.
the survival instincts of a worm.
Poor thing.
So I'm like, and then so we got down to 4 of them just disappeared. I don't know what happened to them.
Hawks
so
or
we were down to 3. 2 of them were males, and so she was the only female. And we're like, the chances that the males disappear are pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is she gonna do? So we brought her in for Christmas, and she's super sweet.
Is it like Merry Christmas, kids?
Kind of. I always wanted to bring her in, but I knew Jeremy had like a hard one, because this is how we got our other cat. She was an outside cat too. Right. Jeremy had like a hard 1 cat rule. So I'm like, fine. But she would sit outside our window and look at your eyes. So sad. So then he brought it up. It had to be his idea, you know.
Of course, it always does.
So yeah, Christmas Day, I think we told the kids. He had AI come up with like a song.
A jingle of being able to
jingle. If
congratulations, girls! Merry Christmas! You can now bring.
So that's been fun. I can't let her sleep with me because she wants to live inside of my body. You know what I mean?
You're her chosen one.
Yeah, but she's kind of like that with everybody. So we all shut our doors at night.
Sorry,
I've tried letting her sleep with me, but she doesn't know how to act.
Her bedside manner is not appropriate.
Her bedside manner is atrocious. So that's that's what's going on in my life.
You know what? I think 2 is fine. Once you get cross over to 3, then that's like cat lady mode.
I think 3 probably will never happen.
Yeah,
but
2 is fine because then they can be friends.
And it went pretty well. Them 2. Kind of, it was, some bumps in the road at first.
Yeah. The reoccurring conversation in our house is we have the 7-year-old. He is a dog person. Mm-hmm. Like, he is proof that some people are just born either dog people or cat people, right? Like, we've never owned a dog. I have no desire to have a dog. Like, no thank you. And he was born a dog person. Yeah. And so he had a conversation with my husband and was very sweetly asking if he could get a dog. And so they started kind of like having this debate about like care of a dog. They're different than cats. They don't just have the litter box and we got the automatic feeder and the automatic water. And like, that's the easiest button you can get with a cat, right? Dogs are not that way.
Right.
And so he's like, who are you going to pick up the poop? Well, no. Well, neither am I. Where are they going to go to the bathroom? What are they going to do? And how are they going to get the exercise? Because we don't live out on the farm. There's not an acreage for them to run. So in town, you've got to walk them. Are you going to commit to walking them? And it's not a choice. Like you have to do it when you don't feel like it. So they had this whole conversation. And I think we've all just come to the conclusion it's probably not in our deck of cards. Yeah. We have too many kids. And that's just not. Their dogs are a lot.
Our dog, we had a golden retriever. He got put down 3-4 years ago.
Yeah. And he was old.
5 years ago. He was 12. He actually wasn't he was fine except for his legs.
Yeah.
His legs just kind of gave out, so he couldn't. It was sad, but yeah, I think the girls would love to have a dog, but I'm like,
no. And like, we like to leave, when we take breaks and stuff. And I'm like, when you have a dog, you can't just leave it home like you do with the cats. Yep. Like there's a whole new level of care that goes into that particular animal. I'm like, I'm not done. I don't care enough about it to be the one that says yes. So
dogs are a pain. What's this episode about today?
Well, I think you want to talk about kids, right? Which I guess is kind of the good segue because we just kind of talked about household pets and children and
same thing. Pets, dogs,
fitness.
Children.
It's fine. We're kind of all in the same category, right?
So you have children. I have children.
Yeah.
You have you're more fitness minded, always have been since before you had kids.
Yeah.
When I had my kids, I think even then you want to do all the things right, and then you fantasize, well, I'm going to make their baby food. And
did you make their baby food when they were little?
No, but I did baby led weaning. With Clarice. Well, both of them kind of.
Yeah.
Harder with Clarice.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'd give her a whole steak when she was 6 months old.
Yeah.
She'd just go to town on it. But I just never was like, how do I get my kids exercise? How do I keep their bodies, not healthy? Obviously, keeping their bodies healthy is always your priority. But I've never been like, how active do I need to make sure my kids are being? Right.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel like they're puppies. You wear them out, the better they sleep.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
And you always hear parents saying, oh my gosh, they're going to sleep so good tonight.
People just frown upon that analogy probably sometimes.
That they're like puppies.
They're like puppies. But I'm like, they kind of are when it comes to activity. You just got to wear them out. Take them to the park. Let them run around for a couple hours and then take them home and put them in bed.
That definitely helps.
It definitely it definitely helps a lot. And so, and
I feel like when they're little, I think it just kind of naturally happens because little, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, they're just kind of feral. They'll jump off of stuff and run around. But then as they get older, and especially where we're at now with iPad kids, and
it has to be more meaningful time.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of kind of what's going on because it can very quickly not happen just as quickly as it can happen. Is it the NFL, I think, that has the Play 60 kind of slogan that they've branded. And so they've pushed, children should have at least a minimum of 60 minutes of moderate exercise every day. Right. So, and that's, helps that you're outside, but moderate exercise, you need to be getting your heart rate up and you need to be moving and you need to have different bursts of stuff and whatnot. So
that could be jumping on the trampoline.
Just general activity, playing, hanging, jumping, playgrounds, open fields, bike riding, that's one thing. We live in a small town and I would love when the weather's nice to just see kids on bikes going everywhere all summer. And you don't see that. And I think that's really sad. That's the easiest form to get out and do things.
I think our kids have never been big bike kids. They have bikes but we live on gravel.
Yeah.
So it was hard.
I remember growing up out in the country, I would go around the section.
Yeah.
But I mean, then I was old enough. That might have been probably high school before. Yeah. It's that's 4 miles then going all the way around. But you
were super weird. I
was not probably the most average person.
You were weird.
So, there's probably not a lot of kids that think about I'm just going to go out and ride my bike around the section and then come home. But I did.
One thing we did recently was got our kids Apple Watches.
Yep.
When it's interesting because obviously I know how the whole Apple Fitness works and you have the rings.
Yep.
But when you set their age, it changes from, what is it? It doesn't count the move. Is that calories? The move calories? The red ring.
Yeah, I think so. But you can set what your calorie target is for your move.
But for kids, it's not that. I can't remember what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
But it's not like right there. It says calories. Gotcha. It doesn't say that on the kids.
It gives them a different.
Yeah, it's a different measurement, which I think is probably appropriate.
That is appropriate for age appropriate.
They don't need to be
worried about that yet. No, yeah, absolutely. But I think moving's better, and it's like, so how do you find ways to get your kids more active?
Right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes people think activity is like organized activity, organized sports. Like, no,
because for us, for adults, I think it needs to be like, I'm gonna work out. That's where
you're more scheduled for sure.
Yeah. And so for kids, it's like, where do you?
But it doesn't have to cost money. Because I think that's the first thing people go is like, oh, it's gonna take my time or money to get my kid active. And like, no, here's the reality. Like, you don't need to spend money on classes.
Right.
But what you probably do need to do is manage their screen time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just take that away, do you know what happens naturally? Kids go figure out stuff. Yeah. They go explore, they whatever, like just playing outside and finding something to do, climb a tree, go send them to the park, like have them in your backyard a little bit. I mean, you can do a lot with a little bit of space, but just moving and not sitting around all the time is super helpful. We did actually not very long ago for the first time, and we need to do more because we actually had a bunch of kids that came, which is kind of fun, but we had like a kids day at the gym because right now our minimum age is 14. Yeah. And you have to be there with a parent until after 16, but to bring in like the littles. Right. And it was so fun. I think the youngest one we had was like 2, came in with mom. And then we had one that was probably maybe a freshman, 8th grader freshman, kind of in that range. And there was a couple elementary age kids, a couple middle school came in with mom or dad. And it was really fun just seeing them because you have to remember you're actually their best role model.
Right.
When they see you doing things, that's what they're absorbing. They're not going to hear you talking at them about the importance. But when they see you doing it, that just kind of becomes part of what they think life is all about. Yeah. Right. And so I don't know, maybe that's just the way it was for me. My parents are busybodies. Yeah. They're always looking for something to do. So here we go.
And so you are.
I'm a busybody, but it's a good thing. Yeah. Right. Just to be able to move. But it doesn't have to be. People think kids stuff should look like things adults do. Right. And that is not the case. But, then I could also even go down my like rabbit hole of like youth sports should not look like.
That is not where I was trying to go.
But it's just like throwing them in activities. Yeah. Honestly, throwing them in organized activities too young is not helping them.
We didn't until I think Clarice was 8.
Because if you actually really watch the activity level in some of these organized youth activities, like for a while, it's like my oldest, she went to gymnastics, right? Gymnastics camp, gymnastics class. And when I finally sat and like watched them, I'm like, half the time she's standing in line. Yeah. And spending time just standing or, and so that's not necessarily the answer. Yeah. It's just throwing them in stuff. Like, how can you work that into like your everyday life and giving them the opportunities just to move? But throwing them into organized stuff too soon is not always the best answer or helping them really at all, because then they also are associating that with, oh, I can't do it on my own. Right. I have to go to practice, or I have to have a coach telling me what to do, or I have got to, do it with my friends. No, actually, you should just be doing it. You could do it by yourself. You could do it in everyday life. Like,
what is your opinion on, since now we are public school people, right? Yeah, have an interest. Do you feel like elementary school age kids are getting enough, have opportunities to be active enough during their school day?
I don't think so.
You don't?
I really don't. I mean, I think it's close. Do I think more would be better? Yes. Yeah. Right.
That's a lot of sitting.
It's a lot. And they're not wired to do that. No. Like, if you really actually read about like what's developmentally appropriate for different ages, like they learn through play. Yeah. They don't learn through sitting at a desk and worksheets. And yes, I get that's part of kind of the way the system is built and the engine runs
so early. And that's, that was a big part of my homeschooling. I'm like, they can't. 5 years old. I can't go through them in a classroom.
Well, and like kindergarten today is different than when you and I were in kindergarten.
We did half days.
We did it half days also. And so, and the expectations of what you did in kindergarten are
what I feel like we played
100%.
I mean, like preschool.
And it was like, Exactly. Like it's probably like a 3-year-old's preschool now is what we used to do in kindergarten. Do I think it's better now? I don't really know. Cause I'm not in the education system and I haven't researched it much, but looking at it from just kind of like a parent standpoint.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, we're going to take just a quick little ad break. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Nacho Fit Coach. Hey, it's Sara. My book, Healthy Habits Challenge, is now available for purchase in hardcover. Go to Amazon.com, search Healthy Habits Challenge, and purchase your copy today.
Hey y'all, thanks for listening. This is show producer, Audio Allen. While the girls are taking a break, like, follow, and subscribe. And stick around, we'll be right back.
Okay, we're back.
I don't know if it's really helping them be better achievers because we're pushing them that way, so structured, so young. But I definitely believe that you learn a lot through play-based learning. It's proven. Like, and you just watch it with your kids and like you absorb it significantly faster if you can just do. I mean, but there's 3 different ways you learn, right? Because it's either auditory, visual, or kinesthetic, which is by touch and feel. So if you're not hitting all 3 of those, you're missing out on how people learn, right? Because you pull from all those. So no, I think it would be great if activity levels could increase a little bit for sure. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the way that it works too. I mean,
well, I mean, there's only so many hours in the day.
Correct.
And then it is what it is. I mean, I think my 2nd grader has 3
I think they still
fairly short recesses. They're not long.
I mean, total, they could probably be getting close to an hour between the recesses and then like, PE is thrown in there a few days a week. I mean, thank goodness we are not running into a situation with our school district that has eliminated some of that. I mean, I feel like every now and then you'll see people's comments pop up maybe online or whatever that they talk about their school districts are cutting PE or
that's insane.
Or like cutting it back or significantly less than ours. So I definitely think it could be worse. Yeah. I mean, they're probably getting close to the play 60 total minutes throughout the day.
We have a gnat in here.
We have a gnat and it's driving me absolutely crazy. I thought I got it at one point and I did not, but I was not fast enough.
Several times.
So oh my goodness. But yeah, I definitely think that the most important part is for you to be a role model, like model the behavior. Yeah. So maybe start walking or taking them for a walk. Actually, I read an article not very long ago. They were talking about a post-dinner walk as a family and kind of the benefits to that. Like even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes that you go outside.
I can only do that in the summer. I can't live here anymore.
Yeah, it's tough when it's cold and yucky and dark. Like, ew. But the article was just discussing like the benefits that come out of one. I mean, just the family time that you've had dinner.
I miss COVID.
I do actually kind of.
I remember that summer because the girls were little. I think Audrey was 2, Clarice was 5, 6. Yeah. And we were outside because we had chickens back then, and we would eat outside, and we had so many good times, like just being outside that year.
Didn't feel the pressure to like have to go see people. We couldn't. It was illegal. It was great. I loved it. It was awesome.
I miss it. I want to go back.
Yeah, there was definitely some like calmness that came to it. I mean, do you know what I remember the most from that period of time when like all the organized stuff was canceled? Yeah. And there was a brother and sister that have now since grown, right? But they lived in the house across from us. Yeah. They would play catch out in the street. Aww. You know what I mean?
There's no cars.
And because there would be no cars. So they would do that.
What a weird time. But I remember how clean my car stayed.
Oh, yeah.
For like 4 months because my kids were never in it.
We didn't go anywhere.
I remember I cleaned it like I had nothing better to do. Beginning of COVID, cleaned out my car. And I just remember I kept thinking like, my God, it's still clean.
It's like, oh wait, because we haven't really gone anywhere else together.
What a weird time that was. It's like a fever dream.
It was, yeah. It's like, did that really happen? Yeah, it did. So, yeah, I think that if we could go back on some of those things, that would be really good. But I don't know. I mean,
it's hard. I mean, especially when I homeschooled my kids, it was like we would do school in the morning and then we'd hit afternoon and I'm like, I was exhausted just from school. So I'm like,
Parks are the best, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, because they kind of go usually.
Something's wrong with my kids.
They don't like parks.
Every time we go to a park, they're excited to go, and then we get there and they're like, we don't know. We're bored. We don't know what to do. I'm like,
then I say boredom is where creativity happens.
But we have
like,
at
it's
home,
okay to be bored.
Yeah.
Figure it
at
out.
home we have a zip line.
Yeah.
Out on the field. And we have the trampoline.
Yep.
Bikes,
Isn't blown away yet?
Scooters. No, our trampoline's
That's
good.
good.
Anchored. Jeremy's got it anchored.
Oh,
really
yeah.
well.
Okay, good.
Bikes. You know, we've got the playhouse out in the barn. There's plenty to do outside. But I feel like just as they get older, it's just like the less and less they want to go out there.
Mine love balancing stuff and like obstacle courses. So we went out and I have like little cones that we've used for softball practice, and I threw those out there, and it's like, okay, go figure out an obstacle course, like create something, and how, you know, what's going to be your path, and
well,
what
down
are you
in our
going to do.
basement,
And
we have I bought the Nugget play couch.
Yep.
In like
do you still use that?
They do.
Nice.
Yeah, because and then we have. I think it was that same year I bought it was like stepping stones. It's
Yep.
like an $80 set.
Yes.
So it's like the different sizes, and they're all like tiered.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll walk down into our basement and it just is.
They've got it all set up.
Audrey will build a whole obstacle course, which is great. You love to see it, but I mean, as far as organized sports, listen. Let's be honest. I knew before I had kids that Jeremy and I were not going to produce athletes. You know.
Why is that, Kaylee?
Just because genes, you know, genetics.
Wait, do you think genetics actually plays a role in whether or not your kid's successful?
I looked at me and I looked at Jeremy and I just thought they're going to be maybe smart and funny. They're not going to be athletes.
You don't think so? What would happen if one of them does end up being an athlete?
So
Would you be surprised?
We put them in Taekwondo.
Yeah.
So we're going on almost 3 years now. And my oldest, she's actually really freaking good.
Yeah.
So that was a surprise.
Yeah. Well, you don't know until you try. You got to give them opportunities.
Yeah, and she loves it.
Right.
She's a beast with the bow staff and the nunchucks.
Fun.
So I'm like, I did not see that coming.
Well, that means she's got some like eye-hand coordination.
And then I told you what happened at the doctor's office. They went and got physicals, and you know how they have them lay back and just like push on their stomach?
Yeah.
And that doctor was like, what do you do that you have abs like that?
Taekwondo, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it is.
Because you're kicking and you're moving and you're bracing and all the moving in different directions and
So now she's like, Mom, I have a 6-pack. Okay, well, you're 11. I'm 40.
Easy there.
She's like,
easy.
She's like, you work out every day.
Yeah, where's yours,
Okay,
Mom?
thank you.
I thought you were doing something when you worked.
You know what my younger daughter told me? We were sitting at Culver's a couple weeks ago.
Oh, what'd you get at Culver's?
Big old burger, big old butter burger, and cheese curds.
Oh, those are good.
So we're sitting. It's just the three of us sitting there talking, and I think we were talking about Ariana Grande.
Okay.
And how skinny she's
gotten very thin. Yeah.
And I was telling the girls, I don't remember exactly how the conversation went, but I said, listen, skinny doesn't always mean healthy. You know, I'm like, when you see these really skinny celebrities, it's, you know, it's not necessarily
may or may not be
what you should aspire to look like. You can not look like that and be healthy as well.
Right.
And I said, I wouldn't want to look like that. Like, that would be too skinny for me. I wouldn't like to look like that. And Audrey goes, when I grow up, what did she say? When I grow up, I don't want to be in shape. I just want to look like you. Okay.
Oh, thanks,
But
kid.
she thought that like looking like Ariana Grande was in shape.
Gotcha. Yeah. And
She doesn't want to be in shape. She just wants to look like me.
so sweet. Oh my gosh. She has the best like one-liners though, really.
You have no idea.
Oh, I hope you've written some of those down.
I have, yeah.
Okay, good. Because yeah, those are going to be pretty priceless, I think, at some point. But oh my goodness.
She's fine just looking like this.
Yeah. Well, and I think an important part too is it should be fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Moving your body, learning to, you know, so when I took over doing the stuff in the summer for our public schools and we have the middle schoolers there, they're of the age where a lot of them are growing a lot.
Right.
Their coordination is like coming and going through their different spurts. And it's like, I just want you to enjoy moving your body.
Yeah.
And I want you to try to like maintain or kind of keep or build some sort of like coordination.
Yeah.
So that's what we focused on all 3 months. It wasn't like, I'm going to throw you in the weight room and we're going to like, now I'm not against loading weight on kids. I'm against loading incorrect movement patterns on kids. So if they're not doing it right, don't load it.
Yeah.
If they don't have the core stability, if they don't have the way to move their body yet, if they don't have the coordination to do it correct or mobility to do it correctly, then no, they should not be loading it with weight yet. But once they get there, you can be 5 and you can load it with weight if your squat form is good or whatever, and you've really dialed in on making sure it's being done correctly. But when you've got 100 middle schoolers, like I'm not throwing you in the weight room, but guess what? We can go out and we can work on coordination and jumps, and we can sprint, and we can learn how to do those things.
So that's more what your middle school summer weights is more.
Yeah, just moving.
Because I'm planning on putting Clarice in your summer weights program this summer.
It's going to be awesome. She's going to love it.
She's dreading it. How long is it?
Like 40 minutes.
No, like
Monday through Wednesday, 3 days a week for like June and July.
Okay.
Like June and July, Monday through Wednesday for like 40 minutes a day in the mornings. And
so like 8 weeks of it?
Yeah. We do obstacle courses, so some of it's like we're learning how to warm up correctly. We're learning how to like stretch correctly.
She's just worried about how mean you are.
I'm not always most kind. You know what? I'm going to tell you what. Here's our situation that happened last summer. We had, through a parent relayed to me something that like, daughter came home and said that they were standing in line, learning how to do kind of like agility ladder stuff, like footwork and coordination and whatnot. And you know what? Guess what? Not every middle schooler is super coordinated. Yeah. I'm going to tell you that right now. And especially when you're learning to do something new, some people pick it up quick. Some takes a while, right? Which is life in general. And there was a conversation that was overheard where there were some girls that were like poking fun about how somebody else was like doing the ladder.
The assholes that they are.
Right. It's middle school. Like some of it you kind of be like, yeah, well, it's rite of passage, I guess. I don't know. But I also am like, oh no, not under my watch.
Sarah's so pro-bullying. Well, kids will be kids, I'm like, I'm not saying it won't happen, but also it's like, it's not happening here under my watch. Like we are not. So take that somewhere else.
I definitely did. Like we had many conversations of like reiterating, because, not everyone would always be there on the same day. And so I just was always like reiterating, like, this is how we choose to talk to one another here. And, just conversations. But yes, no, I'm not. And you know what? I'm also somebody where when I'm coaching, I don't expect it to be done perfectly. But what I do expect is if we pause, there's coaching cues that are given to you about something you should change. I want to see an effort that you're doing that mind-body connection and you're actually trying to do something different.
Sure.
But if you just keep doing the same thing that like you were doing and you're not like trying to change, that's when I kind of get irritated, because I'm like, we need to listen. Yeah. Kids, here we go. So I'm not mean. I'm not condescending. I'm not, but am I loud sometimes?
I defend you all the time.
I mean, I do have a Fox 40 sonic blast whistle that like screeches your ear, and I'm not afraid to use it. We get some. It's legit.
All right. So we mostly talked about movement. We didn't really get too much into nutrition.
No.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's more just, and I think we need to remember that they're not small adults.
Right.
That movement doesn't have to look like what you're doing. But movement in general is great. It's what they should do. It's okay that when they're going through growth spurts, if movement starts looking a little crazy, because they'll figure it out, but just give them a chance to figure it out. They'll grow out of it. They'll grow into it. They'll learn, but just keep them open-minded, keep them trying. And I think all of it will end up in the end just fine. But when it's a lifestyle, that's when it sticks.
All right. So then for our bonus episode this week, if you haven't listened to our bonus episode yet, we are going to have our daughters
I think we're gonna see how we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna get their opinion and perspective of like
get our 11-year-olds in here
and see what they have to say about all of this. If they like it or not, if they're gonna be on board, or we'll get the child's perspective.
Yeah,
which will be kind of entertaining, hopefully. Okay. So, anyways, there we go. That's it. That's all we got for today. Until next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to head over to our Instagram at Nacho Fitness Coach and let us know how you feel about the topic. Do you love it or hate it?
Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe or follow button wherever you're listening. And if you like our podcast, leave us a rating. See you next time.
You've been listening to Euphony Innovatives Sonified.